Hey guys, it's Moon Moth with my new channel, the Mystical Gypsy. So I just wanted to do this video for you guys to kind of let you know a little bit more about what you're going to see posted on this channel, how I aim to hope that it reaches the audience that it needs to. I am currently going through a Reiki Master Teacher certification program, which will be complete in June. With that, in hopes to open my own business, my own Reiki practice. With that, I also feel with a lot of the own healing work that I am doing for myself, to hope for that my experiences, my advice, my story will help you to find that light within yourself. For those of you that might be going through different types of mental health disorders, anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar disorder, that is going to be a really big focus for me, is to kind of put my own stories out there with dealing with anxiety, with depression, different other types of subjects that I will kind of list I want to say disclaimer, also maybe a trigger warning, although I'm not really sure that, that type of thing really works. If someone's, triggered, they're triggered by past traumas or things that they may have gone through. But my hopes is that for this channel, the things that I'm going to share with you about myself, putting myself in a completely vulnerable place where I, am sure that there might be some people that might have opinions or criticisms, whatever it is. I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm not here to, hear, opinions that are negatively put across towards me. Everyone's journey is their own. Everyone deals with things that they might be going through in a completely different way. You can be completely different, than the person next to you that might be dealing with anxiety or depression. Other things that we will be talking and discussing are different types of abuse, from, starting from physical, domestic violence, sexual abuse. And just to give you guys a little bit more of a background on myself, I am 42 years old. I do have 3 children. I have a grandchild. And I also have earned a degree in 2013 in registered nursing. So I am in no way implying that anything that I say or any advice or by me sharing my story with you, for all of you to kind of, take mental note of and kind of gather your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own emotions about what I'm sharing with you and how you can relate that to a situation that you are currently going through. I am in no way saying that, you should ever stop taking medication that you're on, for you to ever, feel some kind of negative way to stop doing something for yourself. Due to my background, this is merely me kind of sharing and opening up with the things that I have gone through. No way, stepping in to say that this is medical advice that you should follow. You always, talk to your doctor, speak with your doctor about whatever it is that you might be going through. But I wanted to, as I open and as I start my own healing journey, and also going into Reiki as a practice and starting to help to heal others, kind of the foundation of that for us as Reiki masters, practitioners of that practice, is to heal others. And a large part of it is for you to really open up and to start that groundwork for healing yourself. And this is something that I wanted to kind of share with you guys very openly, so that you can understand, that if there is something that you are going through, to know that, there's always someone else out there that you can lean on for support in that. So we will discuss, like I said, topics, such as domestic violence, sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal, mental, being an empath, which I am, and having to deal with a narcissistic partner and how that affected me, the choices that I made, how it has led me up to this, the place where I am in life right now, kind of leading me down the path that I have taken by the choices that I've made, decisions, relationships that I've had to walk away from, which were very painful. But I want to be open and share this with you guys because I think that there are so many people out there, men and women included, that go through so many things. And I think that sometimes we feel like we're alone in all of that. And I want these messages to get to the people, that really need to hear them, that really are in that place where they are in the dark, or they're in a place where their depression and their anxiety is so bad that it has taken over their life in some sense. It's made them stop living. It's made them stop functioning as a person in their day-to-day, all of which I have gone through, all the way through having to be put into a mental hospital for a while just to kind of deal with those feelings, to deal with everything that I have gone through. Bottling everything up, not letting my emotions out, being like kind of like a sponge, as being an empath, of letting people talk to me a certain way or do certain things. And I wanted to just be really open and very candid with you guys to share that, so that if you yourself or someone else that that has gone through that things, and you haven't really talked about it, or you haven't, opened up and shared your emotions with someone about that, it should never get to the point where you are bottling things up so much so that it starts to affect you functioning, that it starts to affect the way that you feel about yourself, and kind of carrying that with you throughout your life. And I want it to kind of be that person that if if only me, or you may not have friends, or you may not have anyone to talk to, that I want to be that person for you that is going to help you to see the beauty and the light within yourself, for you to keep on pushing forward, keep on moving forward, and start your own healing process. We will continue to heal from things throughout our whole life. So this is in no way saying that, by the end of this, going through talking and speaking and opening up and sharing things, that there won't be something else that you might have to deal with later on down the line. It could be a different relationship that you have to deal with, or it could be a death, by a loved one, that you are, succumb to grief and sadness and loss, and still carrying around those feelings. I wanted it to just be more so sharing with you guys that in itself. Also, a lot of my spiritual awakening that occurred in January of 2019. I want to get into a lot of that, how that's been for me, how different it has led me to kind of see myself in a completely different light, in a completely different way, understanding myself more, actually being in a place where I'm actually able to enjoy and live life to its fullest, looking at life completely different now, and wanting to kind of explore and expand on those options and things like that. So just wanted to do this quick video for you guys. We're also, like I said, we are going to be putting kind of like a disclaimer. I don't know how I want to, quite sure how I want to do it. I just want to make sure that when I'm putting out these videos for you guys, that if there is, a subject that maybe you may have dealt with in the past, that it isn't going to be something that is going to trigger you in some way, because we are going to be talking about a lot of different subjects. I won't go through into too much detail, but I want you guys to get the idea of the point that I'm trying to make with these discussions that we are sharing. If you guys do want to reach out to me by email, it is the mysticalgypsy1111@gmail.com. You'll find that information also in the description box. If there's anything that you want to reach out to me for, kind of maybe have an idea for future videos that you kind of want to discuss, and kind of, maybe feel like you relate in some way to something that I have been through, Um, and let's see, what else is there? Just kind of being in a place where I want to empower you to really look at your life in a way that maybe perhaps you haven't, because, being in a position of, having depression or anxiety can really put you on this tailspin in life, to where you're not really, like I said, enjoying anything. You're really looking at life very dimly, and like not appreciating, not valuing, not really seeing your life for how precious and valuable, and how much, you are loved. So, that, let's see, the Reiki, we're going to discuss that. March 7th and 8th, I do have Reiki 2 coming up. And as I move into Reiki 3, that will be the Reiki Master program, at which time I will be able to start doing the distance Reiki healings for you guys. So there will be some that I will put on this channel for you guys, kind of like a distance Reiki healing for you guys. If you do want something specific, and you do want to book something specific with me for, say, a specific healing that you want. Let's just say that you've dealt with a lot of grief, sadness, or loss, and you want that Reiki healing with, to be set with the intent that you want it specifically for that, and you have a specific deity that you do work with, and you want to incorporate that in, I'm willing to do that for you guys, and then send a private link to you guys, so that that will solely be your distance Reiki healing, kind of not generalized as the ones that I will put on the channel for you guys. I am in the process of getting a website set up, so that if there is something specific, like I said, that you want in that will be available. If you guys, this is the first time to this channel for you guys, go ahead and go on over to my main channel, which is Moon Moth Goddess. That one I do tarot and oracle card readings with, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm trying to kind of combine where some of the private readings that I do now have a lot to do with, sadness, with dealing with things with relationships and pain, past traumas, familial situations. So I thought, why not kind of combine the two, so that, let's just say there's a specific thing that comes up in your tarot oracle card reading, and you want to set the intention that you want the Reiki healing to be for something specific, and you do work with a specific deity already, and you want to kind of invoke that deity into that healing for you. That is kind of what I'm talking about, doing it that way, so that, if you decide that you do want something like that, both of those things are available to you guys on a website. So I am working on that as well. Let's see if there's anything else. Spiritual awakening, the Reiki, and then just like I said, the discussions with the things that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be a pretty, I will let you guys know, like in the title of the video, I will let you guys know if it is something that may be kind of sensitive subject before posting, and then kind of have details in the description box over the things that we will be discussing. And like I said, if at any point it becomes something where, there is criticism or negative comments or anything like that, then I will disable the comments that way, or either get, whoever's doing something like that on such a subject that is so, so intimate with someone's life, then I will just block that person. So to stop that, we don't want any of that in this, I feel really like the sacred space that we're going to be creating to be open and intimate and honest and communicative with sharing stories and things like that. I think that is it. So if you are interested in that, and it is something, you kind of want to work on by hearing, even messages that might not particularly pertain to something that you have been through, but just a different point of view as far as, you know, maybe that might not be something that you quite have been through, but it's just the thought behind it and the kind of thinking that is put into a certain situation, how to deal with it. It might be something that you can take away and maybe, you know, use towards a situation that you have been through in your own life and kind of allow it to manifest that way for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be posting another one. I might do another one a little bit later today. I finally got a laptop. My daughter had one in California, and it arrived today, delivered. So hopefully be going live with that, and then maybe on the other channel, Moon Moth Goddess, for tarot and oracle readings. But as far as this channel, we might look to the future as to kind of opening discussion up on things for this channel, the Mystical Gypsy, to kind of get things going in that way. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe if that is something that you kind of are interested in, want to kind of, you know, start, like I said, your own healing journey, you know, having someone to talk to. Like I said, if you guys want to reach out by email, I'm more than open to kind of discuss and be that person for you. If there is something that you are currently going through and you feel like you need someone to talk to, need someone, you know, to kind of let your emotions out with, or what you're experiencing, and kind of share my, you know, advice, information, emotions, and own, you know, opinions about how to kind of tackle the things that you might have that are going on. I think it's very important. Mental illness is a very serious subject. I take it very seriously. And I think it's important, especially for, you know, this community, with a lot of the healing that is going on. I think we don't really take a minute to understand the amount of different things that, you know, people go through, and why they would choose Reiki, or why they would choose any other type of alternative healing modality as opposed to medication. And the pharmaceutical industry for me is just a whole another subject that, you know, we'll probably talk about down the line. But I'm going to end this video because my granddaughter's in the loft and it's getting noisy. But subscribe if you haven't, and then also check out the my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess. See you guys soon.